Right guys, welcome back to the channel where we talk about everything fighting, self-defense, fitness, internet drama related, and anything that's pretty much entertaining that falls in those categories. Today's video is going to be a bit of a mashup. We're going to follow on from yesterday's video about Shaun Strickland's rant about the LGBT community and not wanting a gay son, and the fact that he owned that woke liberal Canadian reporter. Shaun Strickland and du Plessis have just had a press conference, so we'll do a bit of a reaction to that, and then we'll also make our prediction for the fight this weekend. And just a brief little reminder, guys, I am not an MMA channel. I do MMA content here and there. Take a look at my channel. 90% of the stuff that you see on there is based around all that. Okay, so brief recap. We done this video yesterday. Shaun Strickland humbles weak liberal reporter, and a reporter in the audience asked Shaun Strickland about his comments he made a while ago on Twitter. Shaun Strickland said he doesn't want a gay son because it would end his bloodline, and who doesn't want grandkids, which we all pretty much agreed with. And then I said to everyone on that video yesterday, like the video if you agree with this, or dislike the video if you disagree with it, so we can have a little bit of a vote going on, because sometimes it seems like loads of people have these extremist beliefs surrounding the LGBT community and all that jazz. And my point in yesterday's video is that it's not true. It's just the minority are usually the loudest. It's the majority that actually don't speak up that much, and the majority have pretty tame traditional beliefs, and it's the majority who believe that there shouldn't be any LGBTQ curriculum in primary schools. Anyway, we're not going to make this one political, but you guys seem to like that content yesterday, so don't be surprised if I sprinkle a little bit more of that social commentary throughout the channel as we go forward. But anyway, let's take a look at this poll. We had a few people in the comments who said, Shaun, you've got extremist beliefs. I really didn't expect you to think like that. Right, so here's the video analytics. Now, it didn't get crazy amount of views, but the whole point in doing this video is I wanted to do this little bit of a vote. Let's go on likes versus dislikes, and let's see what you guys think. Okay, here you go. You've got 3,943 likes. So that's 3,943 people who agree with Shaun Strickland and myself yesterday. And then you've got 144 dislikes. So we do have 144 people who watched yesterday's video and believe that there's more than two genders. LGBTQIA LMNOP curriculum should be taught in schools. Actually saying that if you could choose for your son to not be gay, you would make that choice because you want grandkids and you want to continue your bloodline. That's offensive, but it's the way it is. We're always going to get people who disagree. If anyone comes on my channel and believes that they're going to agree with 100% of the things I say, like, it's a silly thing to have. Do you know what's dead funny? Let me actually give you a little side note on this. I will say something that's actually, like, not that bad, that's pretty tame, and I will see people in the comments saying, oh, unsubbed, you got his weight wrong, you didn't do the research. And people will unsubscribe for the most minuscule, tiny, smallest things. I'm subscribed to people on YouTube who I disagree with 80% of the things that they say, but because I believe in free speech, and I'm also not a little bitch, and I don't get triggered and overly emotional by an opposing argument, I stay subscribed because I want to hear what everyone else is saying. I just don't want to live in an echo chamber where I'm only hearing the things that agree with my worldview. And that's kind of the point I was saying yesterday about that Shaun Strickland video. That reporter is one of these people. He didn't like what Shaun Strickland said. Oh, I don't want my son to be gay because I want grandkids. You take that back right now.
Meltdown, meltdown, does not compute. 2 weeks.
If you've seen Total Recall, you'll know what I mean by that. But can we not just accept that we're all going to have different opinions? If you're going to unsubscribe because I want grandkids, go on then, see you later. Anyway, come on. Speaking of extreme beliefs, let me show you this clip from the press conference yesterday as well. Shaun Strickland talking about women's MMA. Also, brief little interjection. I have now released my new song on my Spotify. Jonesy on Spotify on all streaming platforms. Right here, Forbes. Look at that for the picture. If you like raw, hardcore, aggressive hip-hop, the type of rap that's going to get you angry and make you want to slap your nan and help you get a new personal best in the gym, go and follow me on Spotify. I'm releasing new music every single week, or maybe every 2 weeks. All my stuff on the Spotify at the moment is quite old. I'm trying to get to me new stuff because it's so much better. Links in the description. And for those of you that don't like that I plug me music, off. I plug nothing else. I get sponsorship opportunities every single day. I'm not sitting here doing sponsorships like. Before we continue, today's video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Arm your defenses, take out the enemy with our new downloadable map pack and special kitted out armory. So stop whinging because I spend a minute saying, hey, if you want to listen to some raw hip-hop, here's me tunes. You don't have to. Skip that bit if you want. Anyway, I told you this video was going to be a bit of a mashup. Here's Shaun Strickland talking about women in MMA.
If the females MMA were to separate from a male MMA, no one's gonna watch it. Just what it is, man. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Why is that a bad? Like, again, do you want to watch a sports car race up in Honda Civic? No, you want to watch a sports car. There is a vast difference between men and women. Like, you even take this weak little Canadian sitting next to you. He could probably beat up Raquel Pennington. Like, the fact of the matter is, like, any one of you could probably beat our co-main event in a fight. And now, I'm not saying you can't sit there and can enjoy it, but like I don't want to go see two little cats fight. I want to see lions fight. But here we are. I'm sure they're great fighters, and let's go.
Now, I actually disagree with the part where Shaun said that any of the reporters could beat up Raquel Pennington, who is fighting this weekend. I disagree with what Shaun said there. Now, I'm going to unsubscribe from Shaun's channel. I'm going to unfollow him on Instagram. I disagreed. Unsub. I'm going to message Shaun Strickland now. Unsub. I disagree. Oh, you absolute fans. So, my point is that, like, I know what Shaun Strickland's saying here. He's saying, like, everyone tunes in for the big knockouts. Everyone tunes in for the exciting fights. Men have got more physicality than women, more testosterone, more power, bigger hands, bigger legs, bigger joints, more bone density, generate more power, explosiveness, so on and so forth. The list is endless. Obviously, we're going to tune into the male fights more because they are more exciting. Watch the majority of women's MMA, and I support women fighting in MMA. I'm not saying that I'm against women's choice to do whatever they want. No, they can fight. I'm just saying that the majority of their fights are decisions, split decisions, because they're just not as athletic as the men. So I do agree with Shaun Strickland there. If women's MMA split off and had their own organisation, people wouldn't really tune into it. Now, I've seen a guy actually comment something. Let me bring up this screen again. Someone commented right here. I loved Ronda's judo. Amanda Nunes getting upset by Pena. Rose Namajunas putting away Joanna and overwhelmed by emotion. Then Joanna coming back to deliver one of the greatest 5-round wars with Zhang Weili. Blah, 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 blah. And then she just listed a bunch of other female fighters. But who she's listed there are like the top 5, top 7 female MMA fighters out of how many? Like maybe 100 or something like that. Maybe a little bit less, actually. I'm not too sure how many are on the roster. But my point being is that it's a very small percentage of women in the MMA categories that are exciting fighters who've got that power, who are those outliers, who are extremely athletic and been training since they were like 6 years old or whatever. Like, Strickland's right in a sense, but then he's also wrong. Like, if a reporter, like if that wimp Canadian woke liberal reporter pushing the LGBTQ agenda stuff, if he was to fight one of the female fighters, I don't believe he would beat them. There are certain men out there who would be able to beat them. Like me, even in my untrained state right now, yeah, I would be able to beat the top female MMA fighters. And a lot of you lads would be able to as well, especially if you've got a bit of an athletic background. But someone like that guy yesterday, the little wimp, he's not going to be able to do much. So I disagree with some things that Shaun Strickland said. I agree with other things that he said. So let's move on to the press conference right now. Let me change the screen. Boom.
Who's got the first question?
This is a question for the champion, Shaun Strickland. Shaun, you said a lot of things about Canada, but coming in here to that ovation, what does it feel like to be a hero to these people?
Man, now let me tell you guys something.
Shaun will be getting loads of support because of what he said yesterday. There's a lot of people out there in Canada, I'm sure, who really don't like Justin Trudeau's politics and his identity politics stance that he always takes. Shaun Strickland comes along and says what everyone's thinking. That's why I believe he'll get such an amazing reception. He will do anyway.
And this is what the media doesn't understand when it comes to me and you guys and Australian fans. Let me tell you guys something. You guys don't care about me fighting. Yeah, me and Dreykus, we're going to have a death match. Someone's going to get their hand raised. Someone's going to get their hand raised. But when have you ever seen a UFC champion, George St. Pierre, anybody else, stick up for you fucking guys. I fucking do it. I do it. I am not chasing the Chinese check mark of Nike. I don't give a about that. I care about you guys. I care about you guys being free. I care about you guys having freedom of speech. I give a about you guys. And I'll tell you what, you guys are fucking awesome, and I cannot wait for me and this man to fucking go to war for you fucking guys. Let's go.
Let's talk about that fight, Shaun. You just mentioned going to war. Your last fight.
Shaun's got such good support. Like, every half a sentence, people are cheering and standing behind him. You can also tell nothing's rehearsed as well. Like, Shaun is just pure, authentic. He's got that masculine essence. He's unfiltered. He doesn't give a crap. And this is what we all aspire to be. We all would love to be like this. It just depends on if you're able to, because you've got a boss, or you're not allowed to say certain things out of fear of getting cancelled.
Dreykus likes to fight. He likes to fight, and he's a hell of a fight. You know what that means? We're going to be dick to dick, nipple to nipple in that range, fighting, bro. And I hope after we're done, win or lose, we're fucking bloody, and we put on a show for you guys.
Because Shaun's style of striking has got a lot of plaudits, his Philly shell. Do you think you can beat him on the feet, or do you have to turn this into a full MMA fight?
Hey, no, hey. Everybody, calm down. This man's a warrior. We're gonna fucking fight hard for you guys, and applaud him and encourage him, because we want a fucking war.
Yes. I love it. I just love the authentic nature of Shaun Strickland, and he rallied everyone behind Dreykus then.
Damn, Canada, your boos suck way worse than Vegas boos, I have to tell you that. You have to get a lot louder than that. Yeah, let's go. Yes, there we go. Now you can almost compete. But to answer your question, listen. This is a fight where anybody who knows fighting knows this fight will be one hell of a fight. Is this fight going the distance? Probably not. Shaun Strickland has a style of going forward. In his last couple of fights, we saw him not only jab and throwing a 1-2, we saw him putting pressure on. I'm a guy that goes forward, I don't fight backwards.
Yeah.
All my fights are finishes. This is going to be one hell of a fight. And like I said, no matter where you look at it, you're getting the show you're paying for, and that's all I'm here for.
Because Shaun has made it clear.
Shaun Strickland is always moving forward. Dreykus the Prestige is always moving forward. So it's going to be an explosive matchup.
Question for Myra.
Myra here has got the hair of a 10 out of 10, but like the face of like a 4 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like, from the back, you can tell that she looks fit, but then she turns around and looks like Vanderlei Silva. I'm only messing.
Fight, is this no longer personal? Is it just about the
Here's the thing. Now? It was never fucking personal. You had the cuck Sean O'Malley say some stupid shit he knows nothing about. I go hard on everybody, you guys. You know.
Yeah, you just called Sean O'Malley a cuck. Sean O'Malley shares his wife. Oh, damn, that's hilarious.
Go, Pinay, goddamn, let's go. Let's go, dog.
What?
Fucking go. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, man.
Someone just stormed the stage.
So, real talk.
I've got to say, Shaun handled that pretty well.
Me and Dreykus, we're going to try to kill each other for you guys. Dreykus, can I get an agreement? To the fucking death. To the fucking death. Yeah! Goddamn respect him for that.
All right, what's the next question? Starting off with Dreykus, there seems to be this mentality that if the fight goes long, then you're not going to be able to keep up with the cardio of Shaun Strickland. Are people sleeping on your stamina?
Well, I have one fight in my whole career that win the decision. How did that go? Lost the first round, won both second and third, and that happens to be a teammate of Shaun Strickland. So, yeah, hope that answers the question.
Okay, thank you. Question for Shaun. Champ, now, you've said before that you've got very good wrestling, but you haven't always had a chance to showcase it. Is that something that you're hoping to do this weekend?
Listen, man. Listen, you guys. I wrestle every day, sadly. Well, let's treat this like men. Stand in the
No one found that funny apart from me.
middle and put one of us to sleep. We don't need to wrestle. I ain't Khabib. We're here to fight.
Shaun Strickland's got great wrestling, he just never uses it.
Colby Covington is a fraud. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about anybody besides himself, man. I'll tell you what, dude, he is a damn shame that he's even in that octagon talking his shit. He is a coward, and I'm happy that Leon came out and represented.
Dana White's thinking, oh, damn, this is not going in a good direction. Look at Dana White's face. He's like, why did you ask him that question?
Israel Adesanya has given his prediction for this fight. He's picking Dricus to win by submission. I'm wondering what your thoughts are about Izzy's prediction.
Israel Adesanya is irrelevant right now. That man went on holiday and let him stay there.
Go on.
Listen, Izzy, the fucking guy, the fucking cringe lord, the pup play himself, Izzy. I could have took Izzy down and beat his ass on the ground, but I chose to stand with him like a man. What did he do the whole fight? Run away like a Izzy, shut your...
Right, let's see the face-offs before we make our prediction. We know Sean Strickland hates the face-offs. He doesn't like making eye contact, he said, because it makes him angry. So he would rather reserve that eye contact moment for the fight itself. I've seen a lot of people talk in Sean Strickland's previous fights and say stuff like, Sean Strickland's scared because he doesn't make eye contact and he looks afraid with his body language. It doesn't mean anything. Some of the best fighters in the world don't like making eye contact because it makes them too emotional, or they just feel awkward. It's got no impact on your ability to be able to actually fight. Sean Strickland one of these. See? Okay, predictions right here. We've got Sean Strickland, 28 wins, 5 losses. We've got Dricus du Plessis, 20 wins, 2 losses. Obviously the same weight and exactly the same reach. Who is going to take this fight? They're both known for coming forward. Sean Strickland never takes a backward step. Dricus, I think it's pronounced Dricus, isn't it? I finally got it right. Dricus is very pressure heavy. Look how he fought Robert Whittaker. He's relentless. And initially we thought he had a cardio problem because of the way that he breathes in fights. But we've never seen him slow down, and we've never seen his breathing impede his performance, but we haven't seen him go 5 rounds yet, so it's going to be interesting to see if Dricus can do a 5-round fight, because if we look at Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya, Sean Strickland never took his foot off the gas for the full 5 rounds, and he didn't even look tired. I remember watching that fight saying, come on, Sean, put your foot down a bit in the last round, because he wasn't even breathing heavy. Sean Strickland has got crazy cardio. Do I believe Sean Strickland is going to knock out Dricus du Plessis? I don't think so, because Dricus has got a good chin. Sean Strickland isn't known for having crazy power anyway. Some people say he's got pillow hands. He did knock down Israel Adesanya, but Israel got back up straight away. I think it was more of like a flash knockdown than anything. Sean Strickland is more of an attrition fighter. He wins based on accumulating strikes on his opponent over the course of the fight. He's not a one-punch KO artist. Now, Dricus, on the other hand, has actually got quite a bit of power. So the question is, can Dricus land on Sean Strickland? Dricus has got a very awkward style, so he could catch Sean Strickland with a weird angle punch as he blitzes in. I actually do think he's going to catch Sean Strickland a few times. Do I think he's going to KO Sean Strickland? I don't think so. I've went back and forth on trying to choose someone to win this fight. Now, I think it will go the full 5 rounds, and typically that's going to favour Sean Strickland. Now, granted, Dricus does train at Elevation in South Africa, so he will 100% have really good cardio. I think Dricus might find success in the first 2 rounds, and then Sean Strickland will win the last 3. So I'm going to take Sean Strickland to win by decision. So, entertaining fight regardless. This video has been all over the place, really. We've talked about all sorts. And if there's one thing to take away from this video, one thing to remember, if you go into the gym this weekend, remember to listen to me new tune, Forbes, as in the Forbes list, because that's what I'm coming for, bitch. Subscribe and like the video to support this. I'm only joking, but a personal trainer, gym owner, and rapper is what Sean is. See you tomorrow.